Now this is the ITEL A50 and it is the cheapest or most affordable 4G smartphone in the market right now. You see, when ITEL sent me this phone, I was a bit confused, and that's because, like you already noticed, it looks so much like the ITEL A70. So when I posted the unboxing video on YouTube some time ago and someone called it the A70 Lite, I was like, yeah, that's very correct. Now, here are some quick specs. It has an all-plastic build, a 6.6 inches 720 pixel LCD display, a Tiger T603 processor with either 3 or 4 gigs of RAM, a 5000 mAh battery, and an 8 megapixel main camera. All of this for just 87,500 naira. Now, in my intro, I refer to this phone as the most affordable 4G phone in the market. And I think that is what the guys at ITEL had in mind when they decided to make this phone. Now, I've had my SIM on this phone for some days now and have literally been to so many places with the phone. I can tell you that the 4G connectivity on this phone has been very strong. So what that means is that even though this phone is very affordable, you will not have to deal with slower internet speeds or poor network connectivity. Now, something else you won't have to also be doing is spend extra money on accessories when you buy this phone. And that's because apart from the phone in the box, you also get a MagSafe themed phone case, a pair of wired headphones, a USB to Type-C charging cable, and a 10 watts charger, all in the box. And talking about charging, it will take you almost 3 hours to get the 5000 mAh battery in this phone to 100%. But then again, it is a solid battery and can take you days on minimal use, which is exactly what this phone is intended for. I will talk more about that very soon. Now, if you are still watching this video at this point, I think now is the best time for you to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Thank you very much. The iPhone-like design of the ITEL A50 is no longer news, but then there are two things I love about the design. Firstly, the fact that it has a matte finishing, so it doesn't attract anything like dust or fingerprints. And secondly, the flat sides and the slightly curved edges make it super comfortable to hold. For security, the phone comes with a side-mounted fingerprint sensor that is pretty fast and responsive. Now, let me revisit the processor again. Like I said, it is a Tiger T603 processor, which is the same we have in the ITEL A70. So that means you are sure of smooth performance when carrying out basic smartphone operations on this phone. And that includes surfing the internet or browsing through your social media platforms. And even when it comes to a bit of gaming like 2D gaming, this phone can also do it. It can also keep few apps running on the background for a while too. Performance can also be enhanced even more if you chose to use memory fusion to increase the RAM of this phone from 3 gigs to 8 gigabytes or from 4 gigs to 8 gigabytes. And then when it comes to the internal storage, you can use up to 2 terabyte memory card. So I would say this is a phone you should buy for, say, your kid, your aged parents, or even as your own second phone. You can even use it as your main phone if you are not financially bossed up. The idea is just that you don't want to expect so much from this phone when it comes to performance. Now, going back to the display, it is pretty vibrant when you are consuming video content on this phone. You can watch YouTube videos up to 1080 pixel, which means you get really cool colors too. At least it is quite good for the price point of this phone. I'm talking about Android update. Yeah, it comes with Android 14 out of the box, the Go edition. So it's kind of toned down just to make the phone performance still very good. But the fact that it is a recent version of Android software means, yeah, this phone is something you really want to get. Now, in the camera department, I would just say, like, the performance, you don't want to expect so much from it. These are some of the pictures I took with it, and considering the price point of this phone, you can't really complain, and I'm sure you don't want to complain about that. In terms of videos, with the front and the back cameras, you can go as high as 1080 pixel, and this is what they look like. Well, what do you think about the camera aspect of this phone? Just let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So I think when it comes to the ITEL A50, two things is clear. It gives you a bit of everything. You have all the basic accessories you need in the box. You have a good display, big battery, decent processor, massive storage if you choose to go with the 128 gigs version, and manageable cameras. But the best part is that ITEL wants you to have an affordable smartphone with an excellent internet connectivity, and that exactly is what I think makes the ITEL A50 worth all the money you will be spending on it. So that is my take on this phone. Leave your comments and thoughts below. Let's just chat about it. I will see you in my next video.